business tonight. #1 contendership for the CSW Heavyweight Championship at stake.
You've got to be kidding me.
Rock gave me the exclusive details in between the announcements.
On Saturday night, July the 19th, 2014, edge of the city, or the border of the city, here in River Grove. Later.
It's a cloud of uncertainty. We don't know who's in charge. You're telling me that CSW, without having a general manager, no one in charge, no one in control.
No one that you know.
The uncertainty, the doubt, the chaos, the unpredictability. There's no rhyme or reason for it.
As long as you get your check. When I look at my check and I see on the dotted line CSW Chicago Style Wrestling, as long as it's signed and it clears at the bank, who cares?
All right, nose to nose they go. This is not the first time that these two have competed in a CSW ring. Crossing got the victory the last time. That was April the 4th in this building. But it's been 3.5 months since that time, and Crossing is operating because of what Cutler did after their one-on-one bout.
And when was that?
That was April 4th, CSW, here, Northside, River Grove, at Guerin College Prep. Knife edge chop and another one.
Look, the chops don't affect them.
Crossing unaffected by the chops and the knife edge chops, and Crossing making his hand a permanent part of Cutler's chest at this moment, and the fans are loving it. They're digging it. He won the battle, but he lost the war, being attacked with his own cowbell and bull rope, and he has not forgotten about it at all. High vertical suplex. The loudest thud as all the bodies dropped at the same time. Crossing cannot defeat Cutler after numerous attempts. It's too early in the bout, and Cutler is here to fight. Elbows drops again. Cutler manages to move his right half of his body upwards towards his left side. Oh, Crossing missed there badly with that elbow drop. You can't take your eyes off of an alpha male like Nick Cutler. Whether he's dancing, jiving, whether he's showing intensity, either way, I mean, Crossing, this is the time that he's wanted to get Cutler so bad in the ring. He's made sacrifices to make this match happen. And now that he's in the ring, now that it's a #1 contendership match, all the stakes have risen dramatically.
All the stakes have indeed risen.
Cutler trying to strike Crossing.
No, he's striking him. He's succeeding in doing it.
You know, Cutler's power game has dramatically improved over the course of the past year.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, he's made a statement. But Crossing takes him down with that big right-handed hook. Back and forth, this match has already started. Atomic drop, an inverted one as he goes to the ropes. Drop toe by Nick Cutler slows down Ruff Crossing right in his face.
You see, I like the way that Cutler put on over the course of a year. Slow.
Exploding clothesline nearly took head right off of his shoulder.
Yeah, he put that weight, he put 40 pounds of muscle on, and he did it slowly by eating lean protein, man. Lean protein, lifting heavy weights, and this guy added more power to his forte.
Well, Cutler's got a mean streak, we all know that. I mean, attacking Ruff Crossing after a match, after he had lost the bout with the cowbell, with the bull rope. I mean, he made a statement. He refuses to be taken advantage of. And Cutler wants what's his, and if he can't have it, he'll steal it or take it however which way he wants it. Don't you think that that is the mentality of Nick Cutler at this stage?
To the T.
Okay, do you think that mentality will yield success?
Time will tell. I mean, you know, sometimes you try things out and then they backfire on you. And it backfired to a point with Val Venus, but then he put Val Venus out. Val Venus has not wrestled a match since he wrestled Nick Cutler.
That is a shocking revelation that I was not aware of. Cutler might have abused Val Venus to the point where he might not be able to compete in a wrestling ring ever again. And
he may have ended his career.
That's a shocking statement right there. Cutler could be the man that says that he retired Val Venus.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
He will make sure that he lets everyone know about it for the rest of eternity. That's what I think. I mean, whether it has happened or not, that's another story. Another inverted atomic drop. Ruff Crossing. This time the drop kick to the left knee. Man, Cutler is so accurate with his strikes. land that snapping neck whip. I'll tell you, when you think about the victories that Cutler has accumulated in 2012, in 2013, this year alone, he's beaten the who's who in Chicago style wrestling. And if he were to become the #1 contender for the CSW Heavyweight Championship again, Jason Dukes, watch out. Willie the Bomb Richardson, whoever's the champion, you need to be aware that Cutler is not here to play. He's here to be the best, to be the champion. And there might be no one that can stop him.
Maybe.
Now has Crossing's arm trapped up against his trapezius muscle for a moment. Cutler runs, misses with the clothesline, but the big boot connects. Crossing has laid out Cutler.
He picked him up, couldn't hold him. Cutler picked him up, could not hold him, and it enabled Crossing to turn the tide of the match.
#1 contendership match. The fans now starting to make noise. They sense that Crossing's chance
There's CM.
to put
Did you see
Cutler
Phil?
away is
Did you
here.
see Phil at ringside?
Who's that?
Phil! Philip!
Phil who?
Former WWE champion Phil. Didn't you see him?
No.
Straight edge.
I think you're saying things.
Well, now, if I said it now, I would be saying things, because he's not there no more.
This line, belly suplex by Crossing. Cutler tries to get to his feet. That might not be a smart idea. How many atomic drops can this guy eat? Elbow smash. Crossing. He's good, but is he good enough to beat Cutler for the second time in 3.5 months? Crossing sending Cutler to opposing corners. Crossing trying to send Cutler again, but Cutler has grabbed a hold of that top rope and attacks the throat of Crossing on passing through. Cutler caught, spinning, twirling power slam. #1 contendership at stake. That's not going to be enough.
Man, what a power slam. That guy, he's really something. Ruff Crossing.
Cutler's on a tear. The fans know it. Everyone knows it. A victory here would cement Cutler's claim as being the #1 contender for real, legitimately, and otherwise. Here's Crossing with the pickup. Cutler trying to fight out of it. Any way you can reverse it. He presses over the hip of Crossing.
And now it's Cutler.
Wow, nice brainbuster drop, a brainbuster bomb, and he had the wrist clenched around the throat of Crossing too.
Now it's Cutler who turned the tide of the match, and he may have just won.
Crossing turned over upside down, but Crossing had the ring awareness to get that right boot on the bottom rope. John Bach letting the match continue. Do you find it odd, Stan, that we have 2 new referees in Chicago style wrestling
Not at all.
here tonight?
Not at all. The Illinois Boxing and Wrestling Commission is always assigning, reassigning. They're always on top of everything.
Now, this is a
Scumbags.
little bizarre. I mean, we got Cutler in control, Crossing, trying to shake out the cobwebs. If he's even seen 10 stars, 50 stars, he might have concussive-like effects from what happened in those previous drops. Cutler clutch negated, dropping jawbreaker by Crossing. Back and forth, back and forth. Neckbreaker! Crossing has Cutler down, the man who cheated his way to victory, in my honest estimations, against 450 at API. With the low blow, among other things.
Man, was that a victory for him or what?
That was a hard-hitting slugfest, but so is this. Crossing on the top. Oh, he got straddled on that top rope support.
Oh, no.
Ruff Crossing is now gentle landing.
While Nick Cutler is doing that weird dance from the early 90s, that bizarre, like, children's dance from some TV show.
New Kids on the Block, or is it
I thought it was the wrestling Kids on
69 Boys, or 28 Degrees?
Yeah,
What is
I
it
think it
called?
was 68 degrees
Yeah,
or something.
68
yeah.
degrees is
68
degrees short. Wait, crossbody! He's
Good Lord!
Wait a minute, they keep alternating.
How did he-
Crossing did it again! He beat Nick Cutler! contender for the CSW Heavyweight Championship. Don't turn your back on Cutler this time. Not worth it. Ruff Crossing has pulled it off. It was an excellent battle, back and forth, but there could have been only one winner, and Crossing has done it tonight. Huge victory for Ruff Crossing. That's the one he's been waiting for. That victory has meaning. He's got a future heavyweight championship opportunity. Crossing is now one step closer to being the #1 man in Chicago-style wrestling. Get away from that bullwhip. You might lose a limb.
He tried to whip these women.